this past 4 or 5 days, I've been inundated by Facebook, Instagram, and I think Facebook and Instagram and TikTok posts of me endorsing some medicine in a supposed interview with Nana Kwame Bediako. People are sending it to me. Is this true? Have you endorsed any medicine? And I say, do I look like somebody who endorsed any medicine on my TV show? Do I endorse anything? And then they're sending me Umaru Sanda also endorsing something. And it keeps, first and foremost, what is it? And why does it keep happening?
So these generally are what we call in the field deepfakes.
Deepfakes?
Yes, so that is not you. Someone basically cloned you digitally and is using that because of the clouds you command.
But it's my picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it is not you. That's not you yourself.
They put some voice on my picture.
No, so the person cloned you and cloned your voice. Because your voice is publicly available.
So
and
because the picture is me, but the voice is not me.
Yeah. So
in this particular instance, they picked a picture of me on the show hosting the point of view, wearing my blue with my laptop, and then somebody sounding like me, or my voice saying something I didn't say.
Yes, so that's the point I'm making. So we call them deep fakes.
So I'm saying they clone my voice but not my face, because the face is mine.
That is the point. No, you see, you are getting it confused.
So a clone is a replica.
Yeah, so a clone basically is a replica of you. Right?
Okay.
In this case, it is digital. Someone using, whatever applications that are available, I don't want to mention names, decided to reproduce you in a digital form and then also to clone your voice or something sounding like you, looking and saying things that they want endorsed. Now, this is unethical use of artificial intelligence because, first of all, your consent was not sought in doing that.
Correct.
What they are doing it's a regulated space. So you cannot simply go and endorse a product like medication and all of that. It frowns upon our regulations and our laws. The FDA has got to intervene in that particular space. And then also the people who are using these platforms, generally, if you read the regulations of these platforms, social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you are not supposed to do that.
How come we can't find who is doing it? So when they say it's AI, is it a person who uses AI to do it?
Yes.
Or AI is doing it himself?
No. So it's
a person is using AI to do it.
So someone wants to promote a particular product.
Okay.
Or they want to hive of data belonging to people. So when you click on the
link that they provide,
sometimes they have cookies and other malware embedded into the whatever link that they have provided. So when you go there, they harvest your data, which they can use for criminal purposes or other activities. That is why when you see things like that, you have got to be very, very, very careful. But the truth is also that they are using you to engage in an unlawful or criminal
So what can I do? I remember yesterday I saw one on IG and then I clicked on the top right corner and I made a report. And then they asked me what I'm reporting. I said it's impersonation and fake celebrity endorsement. So then they removed. So in fact, this is because it was my picture. So they then deleted the post and then they took note of my complaint. But I don't know how many times I can do it because it's everywhere and it's so many.
Yeah, so that's one of the problems with this whole space. What will be useful is you making a formal complaint to the Cyber Security Authority regarding this particular matter so that they can also take it up at that level because that is their space.
Cyber Security Authority?
Yes.
And would they... my God. So I need to then give them evidence of all the posts that have been made about me?
I mean, of course, you have to supply some evidence. And then they can deal with it as the regulator or the police within the space because they have this expertise to possibly trace the people responsible and bring legal action against
Has
them. Has
anybody been arrested over this in the past few months? Because we know there's a lot of it. They use Umaru Sanda, they use me, they use Anaba Namwa, they use popular, they use, I think, one for Eno Safo.
What I know is
have they used you to do some? Not yet.
Maybe they use me and okay.
No, me I don't care. Charlie, people they send me the thing every morning.
Put my mobile number there, man.
No, I'm saying, has anybody? I feel like there has to be some way that the system can deter people from doing this.
Yeah, so that will be prosecution. the Cybersecurity Authority, they have the mandate to deal with things like this. And where there is need for criminal investigation and prosecution, the police and related agencies, depending on the nature of the crime. So, for instance, if it dovetails into economic crime, then you would expect that the office of the Yoko would intervene and deal with that aspect of it. If it has to do with, say, what you call defrauding someone, then the CID and the AG's department will be dealing with that. If it deals with corruption, the OSP will come in. But the Cybersecurity Authority has the authority generally to deal with these matters. That is why.
But haven't they seen all this going on?
No, they have. Actually, they've sent me some before.
Okay.
So what are they doing about
it? Have sent me some
of these things
before.
Of your staff?
Yes, from City and
they are asking you to.
No, they work on it. They work on it, but it was just prompting.
But why don't they publicize if they found the people behind it, so we can, it's a deterrent. If because it looks like a very well organized thing that somebody is doing deliberately, and it's also cyclical because it's like I'll be there. There's nothing. Then maybe for a particular week there's a lot of it. Then it goes away. So it's like they time the system. Yeah, so the people are very, very intelligent.
Yeah, because Bernard, the truth is that these guys are also doing business, which is a criminal enterprise.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you hive off people's data, that in some cases includes their name, their date of birth, their bank cards, depending on what product they claim they are selling, and people.
Charlie, one of you, they said that sexual enhancement something that I Bernard Davle say that Charlie, if you take that medicine, Charlie, every day you deliver.
And that's a common problem for many men.
Serious.
So you see, that's a common problem for many men. So it invites a lot of traffic. So depending on how much they are getting out of it, they would continue, and they target people with influence. You understand? So. We have to deal with the problem on the two sides. So you, the person who is affected, as the person whose face is being used for this thing, you have to deal with it from that end. And then also, we also have to educate people to be aware of how they can use things like that to steal their information and then use that for other purposes, or in some cases defraud them.
Because
engage in some
my
other
problem in Ghana is that the proliferation of digital devices is not proportional to the growth in digital literacy. So everybody has a phone, but that doesn't mean people are digitally literate. So in fact, what we are seeing is that there are many people who have a device which actually exposes their ignorance and it's a danger to them.
Yes.
Look on a lot of the platforms that you have and how people use it. It's very clear that they are digitally illiterate, but they still have the tool. So they become potential victims in the hand of a very deadly syndicate of criminals. So the other thing is, when we talk about security in Ghana, I feel like we are still thinking brick and mortar too much.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let me give you an example. There's nothing wrong with deploying police to a by-election. The problems that we face as a country today, I can say, the cyberspace is very serious. If a bank has their system hacked into, money can be stolen. If a telco has their system hacked into, we can't communicate with each other. If a media house has their system corrupted, they can't broadcast. Now, we spend a lot of money and airtime talking about police by election. If somebody enters our election software and damages it, he could destabilize the country. Now, I don't see us recruiting and emphasizing that level of public education on cyber diligence. Do you understand me? We are still very concerned about brick and mortar security. But I can tell you that a lot of companies now, their biggest pain point is digital safety.
Exactly.
Where, for the past 6 days, I've not been able to pull money from my Momo account from my bank into my Momo account. When I asked my bank, they said we've had a problem like this for almost 10 days. So effectively, they are losing money because I don't like going to the bank. So most of my transactions are done digitally. I haven't been able to bank. Okay, imagine if that thing is resulting from a hack. And imagine if that person has the tools to steal people's money. All right, so I feel like the society itself has not woken up to this challenge. Meanwhile, so many people are clicking on things. And you see, when you go to some of your family platforms and some of your aunties and uncles are talking about things, it tells you quickly that most people still are digitally very, very basic. And I don't feel like the country has realized that there needs to be some drastic action taken to protect our lives, our finances, our privacy, our knowledge. because there's also a lot of disinformation.
Yes.
Okay, yesterday I saw a photo of some politician, and they put a photo taken in 2024, and he was standing by some car. All right, and then somebody said, "Hey, this guy has done well in 6 months." Then later somebody said, "No. This guy was campaigning somewhere, and then somebody he met had put his name on a car, and the person said, I'll join your campaign." But it was done, and they put it as if he had just bought the car, and it went very far. So by the time you recover and say, "Oh, this is not true, this is the nuance," it's already gone.
Yes, and
It's a very worrying situation for me. You did computer science, you did AI, so I think you need to really, maybe we should do a weekly public education on social. It's something, it's a very challenge. I laugh. They've not used your face. That's why you're happy.
The police does a lot of work on this.
Okay.
But I think, Sky, maybe you can help out. I think we need to alter our laws to allow the police to break free on that. I think somebody has to always report
before,
or they should catch somebody and
I
put
think
him on the front page and say, "This
somebody
guy
always has to report," and then they take something like that. I don't know.
don't they have surveillance?
No, they do.
Because I think that there should be a surveillance of social media platforms to check these things.
They do. They actually have.
So do they take any
But I
action
think
that they inform us
I
of?
think the focus is on government security and certain key individuals. But the general, populace, I don't know how the mechanics will be. But they do. That I know for a
Samens,
fact.
when I was in secondary school, we heard of Piram and R5. They were so-called scams that dupe people. And it was a big story because a person had set up a system that deceived many people to lose their money. There are daily Pirams online.
Yeah, that's
There are daily Pirams on TV.
that's the case.
On daily basis.
Yeah, so my question is, how are you allowing people to? It's as if I'm standing on the roadside shouting and saying, "Fasikama, Mayor, I'll double it for you," and the government is looking at me. But they are doing it on social media every day. They are doing it on TV every day. Why can't the state say, "We will crack down on criminals online"?
You see, so the state. Okay, so I think there are gaps. If you read various international assessments of Ghana's readiness to deploy, technology, and then also to combat, matters having to do with, cyberspace-related fraud and criminal activity, we still have a very long way to go. We have the infrastructure sometimes available. The question is how to take it to the next level. Bernard, don't forget that the technology itself allows people who are minded to be criminal to be ahead of the state majority of the time, because there are new things always developing, and there are always creative minds within that space. The challenge we have observed is that the state almost seems to be slow in recruiting top-notch IT experts, to actually deal with these problems. Because first of all, look at it. How much has been voted by the government of Ghana over the last 10 years or so to train top IT minds to be able to police our cyberspace? We say that we are doing digitalization, we are automating processes and all of that. That comes with a certain responsibility that someone must assume to ensure that, okay, the firewalls around what the BOG does, the firewalls around what the various banking institutions do, the Registrar General's Department, there is someone there whose job it is to ensure that we don't have foreign hackers or local hackers seeking to enter into the system, or where they attempt, we are able to rebuff them. But ask yourself, when we talk about scholarship being given to Ghanaians to go and study abroad, how much of that money has gone into training people in the cyberspace? You understand? So that is a huge gap that we have got to deal with.
So can I say that generally, as a country, we are very lax when it comes to security, and particularly digital security?
We do have, at the operational level, we have some very serious IT guys and cybersecurity guys. But at the top level, we appoint people with very short horizons who themselves don't understand the space. So the law of the lid, the person sitting at the top doesn't get
the full scope.
Papa, you go at the operational level, there are people sitting here who are working for other companies in the Western world.
Exactly.
cybersecurity guys.
Charlie, it's a major
The
problem for me.
focus,
And then the other,
now the reality is that this is catching up with us, and is eating into. Look at Bank of Ghana. They actually make a statement to advise people not to patronize certain
yes, and every month,
you know,
and every month,
allow the Bank of Ghana to be the one to be doing this.
every month there's a new release on, because there's always some fake
It
something.
is because of the failure of another institution,
Which one?
which is the police.
Rather, I thought it was cyber security.
They are also the police. are also
So wait, are you saying that the police job is also digital?
Go and see the investment they've made into the cybersecurity in the police.
Really?
Yes.
crime prevention is crime prevention, except that the mandates are triggered depending on.
Because me, when I go to the police
What
station, I
is
see
in
a
play?
foolscap notebook. Telling me that what are they see?
No, at
Foolscap notebook where
at
are
the
they see for
national
there?
level,
Do you know
see
do you know
some
foolscap?
serious work. But if you go to
The police, they have people there.
No, wait, oh,
cyber
Sama,
guys.
wait, Sama,
Have you been
listeners,
to the
wait.
police station?
Go to a basic police station in Ghana today.
Yeah.
Massa, foolscap notebook.
Yeah, because they have to write. I'm talking about the system.
Samens.
Okay. The
Samens.
cybersecurity
Wait.
authority is there.
Wait.
But trust me,
Wait.
they can't do anything without the police.
Wait,
Yeah, that's true.
in the
because-
country I went to study for my masters, and the country I visit regularly,
yeah.
when you see a police in America, when you see police in a car, the whole car is a computer. Behind the driver's seat, he has things he can scan. If he can scan everything and check everything,
Tell them
including
about
your
what.
passport and everything, on that spot,
When you enter the country,
everything.
when you are due
So
to
he
be-
can see you and say, "Young man, where are you going?" So I'm going to the shop. Okay, do you have an ID? Put the ID in. Ah, okay, you came on 15th October. You are leaving 2nd December. Okay, all right. So where are you living? What do you understand?
Yeah, all our information.
Now, that workstation is just one vehicle. Now we don't have police vehicles. I don't think they have anything. Then you go to a police station. I don't even think they even all have computers. Even if they, I don't think they are networked. Now I don't even think that the police, if they find me, maybe like my laptop is lost, and I'll tell you this for free. I've had friends who have lost laptops. We've tracked that the laptop is at Tiptoe Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
We go to
the
police.
is there.
They are not even interested or even amenable to saying, because this private guy who has said, "Oh, I have seen the laptop here. This is what the data is saying." The police should be telling me this. I have told them. They are like, "Oh, we don't have a car to go." So if you say it's the police, then I'm very worried, because if it's the police that I know are the people who are supposed to be protecting our cyberspace, somebody's laptop was taken. In 5 minutes, we found that the laptop had gone to Tiptoe Lane.
Yeah, because-
We saw it on the platform. The police guy didn't even seem interested or equipped to even confirm if this is true and to even follow up. How is such a person going to protect my cyberspace when even basic thing that has been taken from me, he doesn't even, do you understand? So I don't know, maybe we should take it to another institution.
Well, you see, the cybersecurity authority is there. You understand? But they can't arrest you without the police.
Why can't they?
No, without the police.
Because they are not, they are not police in that sense.
But can't we give them the power to arrest?
No, they work with the police.
Yeah,
The
so
police is doing a great job. I know this as a matter of fact.
Well, they haven't seen it. They should come. I don't
That's
know
what I'm saying.
how.
that They need to be given
Cybersecurity.
They need to be given some freedom and direction from the top.
So what do
You
they need?
see,
Okay, since
the passion with which you talk about these things, I was expecting that with the challenges the Bank of Ghana is facing
yes,
within the financial sector,
Yeah.
this issue should have been, given prominence.
Yeah.
yesterday the Minister of Interior spoke. He didn't say anything about. I didn't hear anything about cybersecurity. That when he met his first 6 months overview, he did. I didn't hear. Maybe you can.
Well, it's that would be.
So
inside
I'm trying to say
ministerial
that
coordination.
maybe the police within the space who know these things are interested, but I don't think the police administration
No.
in assessing our threats as a country,
Yeah.
they rank cyber threats as highly as they probably rank terrorism and vigilantism and those things. And I'm saying that the deleterious effect on society, because this guy misinformation. Look, I met somebody yesterday. They say we shouldn't eat this. Why? Somebody has said it on social media. They say we shouldn't. Like, there's so much lies and deliberate fabrications, and then there's whole conversation around misinformation around government. So they'll say, "Oh, this Burkina Faso president, he has cancel all debts in his country. He's making hospital free. These are palpable falsehoods that anybody can verify. But the large population, they are eating these things. And you see, when you have a society that can be deceived in this systematic way, you need to put in buffers.
You see, Bernard,
you need to put in buffers.
That is the truth, that we don't seem to be doing much. You know, previously, let me make a graphic so that you understand. Previously, you go into a community and you want to share information.
Yeah.
You use the gongong meter. You use the gatingo and then beat it from point to point so that people can hear it.
Yeah.
Even in that way, you cannot reach people in mass numbers like that.
Okay.
Right? The opposite is now the case happening within social media, this social media age and technology age, where a platform has about, say, 2,000, 3,000 people. If you drop one misinformation there,
Charlie,
you have already gone viral.
You have
Imagine
polluted 2,000 people.
Exactly, because those people are likely to share it.
Yes, without thinking.
Exactly, they will pick it from there, because one person on average will be a member of about 5 different platforms. So he picks it from there, drops it on that platform. So it goes viral quickly.
Yeah.
That is what is happening. And you would expect that nationally we will respond robustly to the problem. Of course, we do have some systems in place, as Samens has stated. For instance, the National Signals Bureau is also there to deal with a certain aspect of communication-related matters. That is how the police are able to work with them to track where, armed robbers may well be, or suspects may well be, and then effect arrest. I think the call this morning is that we should see the problem as a national emergency.
Seriously.
And enact policies and enforce existing legislation in a way as to deal with the problem.
Yeah.
I recognize that Sam George, the young, brilliant minister in the space, is doing something in that respect. And recently he made some comments, although some of them did not go well as expected. But I think he understands to a large extent some of the realities on the ground. What needs to happen is backing that appetite to effect change, which the needed reforms and policies as to drive the change that you are talking about.
I'll read a few comments on this.
And quickly though,
Yes.
existing legislation also deals with some of these things. And I don't know why the police are allowing it to pass.
All right.
Because, for instance, recently Agrada was convicted for having done ABCD. Similar legislations can target people who are deliberately using their social media.
Consistently doing
Exactly.
that.
I mean, it cannot be.
And there should also be influencer responsibility.
Yes.
Where people, look, we media houses, right? We have large costs, pay bills, very responsible. We cannot run any advert without FDA, or in some cases without other regulators saying that this advert is kosher. Somebody has 600,000 followers on social media and is promoting anything.
Yes.
Now, the sponsor doesn't care. Give the person money to push this product to 600,000 people. The person's only cost is data, sitting in some house. The FDA and co don't seem interested in these guys. Then we who are the ones who are in situ, who have employed 200 people, hey, you can't advertise this, hey, you can't do that. And I'm saying to myself, what are we really doing? So a lot of the companies are spending their money on these influencer things, and there's no proper regulation because they are not accountable to anybody. And for me, I keep saying, proliferation of mobile devices is not tantamount to digital education. Actually, I feel in Ghana, we are digitally illiterate.
Massive.
Generally, basic safety rules, what to do, to fight. We don't do anything. All we see is that, hey, I'm see my rice, China rice, no, I baby, my
robber.
And people Siska, what makes it worrying is that people will argue with you to a point where you'll be frustrated. Because they've seen it on social media. And I'm saying that one day, if you look at what some other countries do, they can even turn us on each other.
Yes.
They can get up and tell you something, and one day people get up and start doing something. So it's something that is a national priority, which we are not, I don't even know English word to use, to push its agency. And while that is being done, few examples, the influencers who are on social media need to do self-regulation. If they don't want the strong arm of the state. Because if you begin to raise the standard as an influencer, I think then nobody will judge you. But if you leave this and you start advertising to the highest bidder, because there's so many products that are being endorsed online by responsible people, which can mislead our young people.
Yeah, perhaps the courts can also help by redefining mass media to include people, social media, where people have big numbers, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million in those cases, so that the rules that would apply ordinarily to you and I when we sit on radio will be extended to deal with those situations without necessarily even waiting for Parliament. But Parliament also has a role to play in this matter. We hope that they are listening and they listen to us. They should move in that direction.
Which committee in Parliament will be responsible for this?
So you would have to be interagency committee. So you have the security, intelligence related committees in the defense.
Communication.
Also, our communication will also have to be in there. Digital and related.
All right, let's do few quick announcements. And we received many comments on the Battle of the Sexes that we initiated earlier, and also this discussion about. And by the way, we are disclaiming that if you see any post on social media of Bernard Avle or Umaru Sanda or Richard Sky or Eno Safo or any person at City promoting any medicine, we don't promote any of those things. We don't use our TV platforms to promote any of those things. Whether it's sexual enhancement, drug, money doubling, some financial institution saying that you can come and win something, it's all lies. These are AI generated lies by
evil
wicked people.
In Duncan Williams' voice.
Yes.
There's this message from Dr. Seth Alo Nyo, who says, Bernard and team, the PhD holders in the cybersecurity space are not appointed to top management positions to deal with these problems. These positions are taken over by politicians who barely have knowledge in the cybersecurity domain. We, those who did PhD in these spaces and are experts in our own right, are only found in some universities in Ghana. These top positions would not be advertised, and if advertised, they may be given to politicians. So the call is that we should try and deal
and let me also announce that people should stop forwarding this to me and asking me if it is true. If I will, I'm announcing it on air. Don't send, because the more you forward it, the more you give it traction.
Because you are there.
Don't forward it to me and ask me if it's true.
You see, I think the point is that at times they want to be sure you are aware that somebody is using your image for such a thing.
I am aware. That's what I'm discussing.
So Bernard,
but the more they forward it, you see, it's gaining traction because the thing is registering how many people.
In this case, they are sending it to you to confirm.
So
because
to
you are
ignore it, man.
So
you should put a disclaimer on your.
I have not endorsed.
But disclaimers don't go anywhere.
Amos,
Amos,
please create something for me to write on my page. That actually.
WhatsApp.
As we are discussing it now, my father, Aloski, is this true? Is this true? Saying, why will this be true?
People said it to me, and I just do the laughing sign. The man who does this, they laugh.
No, but for me, it's also disruptive.
I understand.
Okay. It's very disruptive because a lot. Please, is it true? Is it true, Senior? Is it true?
So you see, Bernard, previously when AI and social media platforms were not there,
see your AI
with people defrauding by false pretenses or maybe somebody impersonating you.
So why can't we use AI to catch these people? Why are people using AI to
catch them? The systems are there. The systems are. We have to
go after them, but some of them are not in Ghana.
Yeah, that is
also
true.
Some of them most of them come from the Asian countries.
Yeah.
That is also true.
You get me? So you can't go.
But you need a visa to enter a country, but I don't need a visa to do crime from another country.
That's the cyberspace.
Shouldn't countries start thinking of, it's a very thin line, right, between controlling what comes from outside and also censorship and all that.
So, Bernard, sorry.
Yeah.
Sky says something. How we can rework our laws to take care of the what happens within the cyberspace. Okay, if we are traditional media and somebody is digital media, what's the difference? One is virtual, one is physical. The law should be extended to apply to virtual as well. Okay, it's not. I'm not too pained if somebody sitting in India tells me I'm stupid. But if somebody that I can see face to face in my country is telling me I'm stupid, I'll go after him.
But what if the guy in India is saying you've endorsed something?
No, what I'm saying that what is not under your control, let's leave that for later. But what is under our control is that within our space, we should be able to protect and take people on for using the cyberspace to disrupt the way we live.
Charlie, then they say somebody's promoting cryptocurrency. In fact, they even used the president to do it one day. That the president is promoting.
They use City. They
say City News is reporting that the president is promoting some particular crypto.
Yeah, deepfake. You see,
No. Simon, maybe you should create a program which does public education, because I feel like one of our biggest threats as a society is the risk of disinformation that can lead people to do things that are very dangerous to their own life, because they cannot discern what is false and what is real.
Yeah, and we probably are not even tracking that, because in many cases the information is sent directly to the person, right? What the person does to himself immediately, the state cannot immediately track unless investigations go in and then establish that, oh, he received so and so information on ABCD, and acting on that information, ABCD happened to him. But the very international nature of the matter raises the question of digital sovereignty, which is a big issue.
It's a big issue.
Exactly. And then states are squabbling as to how to regulate that particular space, because many of the things Ghana has no control over. I mean, you have no control over Facebook. In the US, they can haul the Facebook founder to Congress and ask him questions and impose sanctions.
Nigeria also
Where is
now,
our equivalent?
Nigeria even insisted that some of the social media tech companies have to set up physical offices in their jurisdiction if they want to operate in their country.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we need to get to that point so that people can get more responsible, because then they can now have dedicated people to monitor the space within their jurisdiction. And to there are people whose jobs on Facebook it is to delete violent photos and videos, because there are people who are sadists who kill children and put their pictures on social and that kind of thing. So there's a lot of work that these tech companies need to invest in, because they've grown faster than their ability to how do I even put it, to control criminals who use their platform to commit crimes. Okay, and it's something that if we don't take care can destabilize the country. I think that if you talk of our risk as a society, the cyber space for me is very vulnerable.
We have been very lazy. Look, Sky, I was reading an article, was it maybe a month ago, about some guy, supposedly an influencer, who had endorsed a product. He was hauled to court.
In some country.
Yes.
Duty of care issues will intervene.
Because you have not used and experienced the product.
And yet you are promoting it.
Why are you promoting? Apparently, the law actually does not allow influencers to promote things that they have no experience. You have to prove.
Look at that.
You know why? Because whatever the person, whatever Bernard Avle says to some people,
and then there are disclaimers, because if you say it is right and it goes wrong, you have to have some liability.
Exactly.
Well,
we have the
some of these
Ghana
blogger
Cyber
spaces-
Security Authority.
yes, we do. Caleb, give me 2 minutes. Let me do something before I come back there. In the meantime, I'm getting comments around this, and I'm trying to get a meeting of minds on what we can do from our side as a media house to also promote digital literacy, and then what the state can do to enhance digital safety and security. Now, listen to this message. Good morning, team. My uncle's home was broken into last quarter, 2024. CCTV footage captured the person. Upon reporting and submitting the video to the police station, they asked him to go around in search for the person himself. If he is fortunate to find the person, the police will come and effect the arrest. This is the state of...
Which police station?
He didn't mention, but I do not think he's lying.
Oh, no. We're just trying to, because the police, they themselves, they are listening to this. I'm telling you that they are listening to this program. So,
I feel like our police, a lot of work needs to be done to raise the level of the basic policeman that we interact with. So you see, at the high level and within the specialized units, they are aware of these things. But you always check. It's like I always say, you are only as strong as your weakest link. So you can be doing all the strategy. Your sales force goes on the ground. They are not doing well because they don't understand what you are trying to push. I think the police administration needs to look at the last mile. When a person goes to a police station at 10 p.m. to report a crime, what is the reaction of this police person there and that police office to the person's plight? Let's not say we've invested in the computers. We have the digital devices. The attitude of your men on the ground is actually your policing. It's not what system you've bought and installed at the headquarters.
Bernard, you are 200% right. Even Central Bank, SNIT, all these huge institutions, they have invested heavy infrastructure to protect the cyber security space. But what happens?
Some reckless person somewhere who is having an off day who just allow the thing to go off because he doesn't care. So it's more a human problem than even a technology problem. In fact, yesterday I was talking to somebody. The person said he's realized that in his country, that underdevelopment cannot be solved by technology, because the things in their head, the problem. You cannot use technology to solve an attitude problem if the person will not listen to you. Okay, a policeman, you've given him the laptop, you've shown him where the thing is, and he's like, Charlie Masami Mabre. How are you going to solve that with technology?
So you see, it will travel some time. So education. So that's why I support those who say that in terms of digital literacy, we should introduce it at the very early stages of life in the life of a child. Because look, maybe because some of us are within a certain bracket, our kids get introduced to these things very early. But go to majority of the homes we have in Ghana, many of them do not even know what a mobile phone looks like, let alone how a laptop works. So what happens is that person grows, over time. I didn't get exposed to computer until I came to Accra, although they collected money from me at secondary school that they were going to teach me ICT. So the lab was always locked. So we didn't really.
Charlie, why are you like that?
So the point is that person grows and is now chief inspector responsible for a whole Adenta area, without any idea as to what's happening in the digital space.
They should remove the full-time notebooks from the police station.
So you see, recruitment will also have to take care of this. The police administration must be able to say that, look, going forward, we want to recruit out of, say, 100,000 people we want to recruit every year. Maybe 30% or 40% of them should be trained in this space so that we can send them in all to the various districts to be able to deal with problems.
Let's read some comments on the issue of the growing menace of AI-generated deepfakes, misinformation, disinformation, and also deception and criminality taking place on our digital platforms, all in the name of business.
So this is Kofi from Amasaman. He says, I'm a victim of this digital pluralism. I lost 4,000 Ghana cedis in January this year after investing with one online currency trading portal. Before I put the money in, I had seen a video advert of a prominent Ghanaian journalist giving a successful account of the genuity of the platform. All that was a lie, probably at the blind side of the said journalist. Digital regulation must start now. Fred sends this one in, says, I have been scammed about 4,000 Ghana cedis. I reported the matter to the police CID headquarters cybercrime unit, only to be told that there's a threshold of 5,000 Ghana cedis, so my case cannot be investigated.
Look at
the
that.
scammers are still at work.
I mean, no, how?
If this thing happens, then it's embarrassing.
How?
Ghana police.
That is 4,000. So, oh,
I should also say something for them, because regulation sometimes takes into account what is known as the floodgate syndrome.
But at least you use that.
Let him finish.
Okay.
Let him finish.
Yes, which is to say that, look, if you don't have any threshold,
Yeah.
you will be bombarded with.
No, but you are police.
Yes.
You see, when somebody reports an issue to you, don't think you are solving the person's problem.
It's other people too.
You are having an intelligence to understand
Exactly.
the thing better. So this thing of prohibiting the process because of
It's for
price point,
Stop.
it can be counterproductive.
especially if you haven't had an inundation of people with
Yes,
2,000, 3,000,
there can
4,000.
be a threshold, but you should understand the system better.
Charlie.
This person is one out of thousands
Who has come to report?
So because of 5,000, police
Have decided
says
to
that
That's
they
something.
won't do
It's
it.
the attitude.
Police has only succeeded in denying themselves knowledge into a space
Exactly.
they could have had more information for free.
100%.
That's also
So
a
they
valid
misinterpreted the rule in this big. They don't do anything.
point. Not necessarily.
Oh, it's
No, I
it's
think-
laziness.
No, I take Simon's point very strongly. But
They are
you see,
lazy.
as Kakra will explain to you, jurisdiction is a very, very.
That's why I said they should open the
Sky,
thing.
Sky,
So
Sky,
then, if
Sky,
we
Sky.
revise the rules,
They
Sky,
should
Sky,
revise the rules
Sky,
and energize
Sky.
the police.
Sky,
Seriously,
Sky, you see,
we are telling them to run with. We have tied their legs and we
Sky,
say they should run.
sometimes you just have to use common sense. Somebody has come to you that they've stolen my 4,000. Now, even if you don't have the power to prosecute because it's below 5,000, he's telling you that the intelligence you gain from following that matter will help other people who have been robbed of 6,000 and 10,000.
that's true. I agree
So
with
to
you.
say that the law says it's only 5,000, I won't do it, is laziness. That's what I'm saying. And you see, you don't use technology to solve that. You don't use technology to solve that. The attitude of Ghanaian duty bearers is sickening. How can somebody go to a police station with a case and you tell the person to go and catch the thief? You are paid with tax-based money, for God's sake. People are Charlie,
read my story from Kotobabi police station years ago.
What happened?
They said, go and do you have any suspects? That's what the man said. And me to Charlie, I was
long time ago.
Long, more than maybe 20-25 years. And then me too, I said, yeah, the police has to bring the person as suspect. So I went to bring the person. Then the person, yeah, they wrote something on in the foolscap thing. Then they said we should come tomorrow. When I went there, the guy was with his mother. Then the police said, "It's you are there, oh yeah." I don't know, I was suspecting it, sir.
But that is the core of the matter. I don't tell you that. So police officer said, "This is your matter." I think we have to look inside well before we investigate.
Ghana police. You have to change this. You have to change this.
You have to look inside before we investigate.
We have to look inside well before we investigate.
No. Charlie, COPO. And you have to look inside proper
before you investigate.
Can you go
anyway,
on, please?
So Fred goes on to say the scammers are still at work on TikTok every day using Feed Ghana program adverts. Togwe Dobu sent this one in. The FDA has now moved into the social media landscape. Social media adverts must be approved by the FDA first.
Correct.
Before you can do so. This is in the new advertisement guideline. Good morning, Team CBS.
Morning.
The so-called influencers themselves need cyber education. All what they think of is making quick money.
That's all.
Hello, CBS. On cybersecurity, I believe Ghana has on some level invested in platforms to deal with these issues. However, these faculties are not easily accessible to the everyday Ghanaian. Let a prominent person or their associates have a cybersecurity issue and you'll be surprised how it will be resolved. This is a country that is reported to even have bought Pegasus software. The tools are there, but the commitment and access is not there.
There's a question for the policeman who said it's 4,000. So somebody said, if I scam 100 people of 4,000 cedis each and make 400k, I can still escape because each one is below the threshold of 5,000.
Those are some of the rules.
You see the absurdity of these rules. That's why I say you must use common sense first before you come to these rules, because sometimes rules are just there for people to escape their work. That if somebody has been accused of Charlie,
it's how they are interpreted.
People don't want to do them work. People don't want to work.
Ways or other institutions.
Charlie, Papa, we have invested in this space. Ghana has invested. I don't know about this Pegasus thing as a matter of fact, but you can't, as a country, invest in Pegasus the way we know it to be and go and sleep.
Let me read Sanders' story. Yesterday, my attention was drawn to an attempt to use my name and picture to defraud people. The person texted people under the guise that it's me using a new number with my photo as DP. The person solicited for money. I received complaint from Alhaji Seydou Agongo, KOD, and Brian Champon, among others, who are saying, Master, are you asking for money? I made a publication about this on social media, issuing a disclaimer. This morning, Honorable Eugene Boachientri also texted me asking if I have also changed the number because I'm soliciting for money from him using a different number. I've realized it's the same person, and this person appears to know me and know what I do because he's even telling other people that he will come and interview me on face. Basically, he's telling someone that you should give him money so that you can interview him on face to face. I reported to the Cybersecurity Authority a few weeks ago, still awaiting a response. Someone is using me to engage in Momo fraud from prominent people. The person is using my DP. I wonder how many people may have fallen victim first before asking me.
Exactly.
You see, so now the person knows that he's a journalist. So he say, oh, bro, I need something small to cater for the woman's school fees or something.
He says, my father is to undergo.
So the person has sent so he said that this is Sander. I'm using a different number. Because they know Sander's number.
Let me tell you, once you use a phone number, the police can arrest you.
Yeah.
Well, he's reported to cybersecurity.
That's the laziness bit we are talking about, or the bureaucracy, whatever it is. You understand? Once you use a phone,
They should be able to
number,
get the person.
Oh, they'll get you.
Sandra, when did you report to the cyber security? Have they arrested anybody? Because he posted that he said I reported to the cyber security authority a few weeks ago. You know, and then the people actually send the screenshot. So the person say, hey boss, I wish you the best over there. I thought you did that. I get something like 300. Go enjoy myself. Stupid things though. People are
and people actually fall for it. I mean, the worst is where they hack into your WhatsApp line and then use your line to actually send messages to people soliciting for funds to say that, oh, I'm stranded somewhere in Turkey.
Yes. So they've used your own too. You too, your own. No, they are using. You don't know. I have seen the prominent journalist being referred to Caleb Kuda. They are a prominent journalist. You don't know. They are using you to collect money. So I think the Cybersecurity Authority needs to come on air to explain what they are doing. The Ghana Police Service needs to give us some basic education around how to behave online and what we can do and what we can't do and what they are also doing, because I feel like this is a public duty we need to do. It's a major issue. Crime has changed.
Yeah.
Crime has changed to a point where whole companies can collapse on the basis of what happens online, because we've invested so much online. I always tell you that right now our major pain point is connectivity. All right, when we go for meetings, hey Thomas, where are we? JB, what? That's the big. 10 years ago it was only sales. Now it's about and if your network messes up, everything is messed up.
Trouble.
So we are having to invest more education in that space as a company. The question is, as a country, are we also investing in that? Or are we still doing Juloke Police? You know, when we were young, we used to have some game called Juloke Police, where we go to an uncompleted house and say, hey, I've got you. That Juloke Police attitude to policing, it has to change. The Julo now, they are sitting behind computers. And they are doing dangerous things.
And it's important that people realize that, look, hitherto, that is as though you are in your home, guarding your home. It is important because everything about you is here.
Sure.
With this, people can do all kinds of things to your bank accounts, to your Momo accounts, in some cases, your national health insurance. Everything is here. So I beg you, it is your phone, it is your life. Protect it, guard it.
Let's read more comments.
Yes, I just wanted to quickly add to what Sky is saying, that virtual spaces have become public spaces as well.
Yes, please.
The same way you secure yourself in the real world, in the actual world, you need to secure your virtual space as well.
More comments.
I'll get to the comments. Good morning, Bernard and team. As for Ghana, dear, everything goes. Like most of our professionals, most people go into the police just to put food on the table. They are not passionate about the job. How can we even recruit JHS graduates as police officers with no critical thinking ability and expect anything better from them? There are countless examples of bad experiences with our police officers. A lot of bad things are going on in the police force. Killing innocent people because of extortion. Even some give their arms to thieves and robbers. This is a claim this person is making. Good morning, Bernard and team. I think we are failing as a country because I was 3 times robbed around 7:30 a.m. at gunpoint. I went to the police station to report and they did nothing because I didn't give them money. Bright Blavo from Ashomang Estate sent that. Good morning. Rather, who don't have the ability to navigate online. So go to the most visited sites in Ghana and you see so many ads about houses at Dome, Kwabenya selling for 20,000 cedis. We need a national firewall like what the Chinese have.
So the Chinese have a national firewall?
Yeah, that's why you can't have some of these external...
that's why they don't allow some of the Google things to get to their country.
Facebook.
So you then have to use VPN if you want to, sidestep the protection. Because that basically doesn't tell your geographical location. So you can change it even though you're in Ghana. If you're using VPN, you can suggest that.
So that blocks access to certain sites.
Exactly.
Are we prepared for that conversation?
You see, so Bernard, so there are people who would say that deal with it like that. Others would say when you do that, then you are infringing on the right to associate as free as sex as the expression
free
and all
something.
Because citizens want to do all kinds of things. And the moment you go into that space, people will say, oh, the government is restricting access. So that's why in some cases they shut down the internet completely because they want to control something. But that also infringes some other rights.
I think our digital governance needs improvement, and there has to be a lot more investment, even in Parliament, on knowledge about the latest. Because as I said, as you said, in the advanced countries, their legislators are very, very concerned about the effects of technology on many aspects of such public life. So very regularly, the duty bearers in the private sector who control these spaces are hauled before these committees to make sure that they are compliant with the rules. So I believe so for us, there are two issues. We have to make our laws up to scratch. Then we have to let our legislators then police the space, so that if an organization is allowing its platform to be misused, they should answer. And it will help, it will force them to put in the checks to deal with these miscreants.
You see, just last week, I watched a debate that went on in Parliament. It had to do with some...
Ghana Parliament?
Yeah, the Ghana Parliament. Some gay people came to Ghana and took a photograph allegedly in front of the Independence Arch and circulated it widely together with videos. Then I think the matter came up in Parliament and one of the minority MPs had raised it. And then there was a response from the majority side, which was suggesting in effect that it had been generated using artificial intelligence. And subsequent rebuttals came in here and there. But I see that conversation, in my respectful view, exposed the lack of nuanced understanding
of the whole thing.
And it would require that even at the level of members of Parliament, there would have to be...
You were shocked at some of the things you were hearing.
Exactly. Because these things are verifiable. And before you make such comments, because it is a house...
In the House of Record.
You would need to be sure that the records are accurate as you are narrating them. Because 20 years from now, somebody can pick up the...
You mean they were just offside?
Exactly. So I think you have said the right thing. And I posted it somewhere that I think our MPs would need to get some...
digital governance is very, very weak in
so
Ghana.
The government of Ghana, Sam George, you have to press the Minister for Finance, go to Cabinet, make the case for it. There are experts in the space. If courses have to be done for our policy makers, let's do it. If we have to spend money on training people and government has to pay for it so that they go outside, or they are even trained at KNUST because they have the capacity. KNUST, they have some of the finest brains in the area of AI and technology. It is possible to do that. Your friend's university, Academic City University, brilliant things are happening there. If you go to UMAT, which is in the western region, they are also doing fantastic things in that space. So the competence is here locally. And if we are not investing in the... I'm even being told that even at some level in the Cybersecurity Authority, their resources are meager. That certain basic things they cannot even afford.
The cyber crime office at the police headquarters, at times they don't even have internet.
I mean, how can this be?
The cyber crime office
at the police headquarters,
they don't get internet.
At times they don't have internet. And I'm telling you that, look, there are subscriptions. You know these things. There are a lot of software, firmware, all the ware subscriptions. 2022 they expired. They haven't renewed.
Charlie. And we are here saying we are fighting.
Things have expired.
That's why I told you that this is the police.
No, you see, what I'm saying is that
not doing that.
As a country,
we are not investing in the thing.
Money to invest in the thing, but we are not using.
Charlie,
you have set up a cyber crime unit. That's effort.
I mean, by internet.
You have employed human beings. You don't have internet. You don't have equipment. You get equipment. You can't buy software. You can't pay your subscription. Who are you fooling?
That's why when you go and say the person has stolen your money, they say it's below 5,000, so they can't collect their money.
because frankly, where are they going to get the internet data to do the work? If the police as an institution doesn't see this cyber crime unit as a key instrument of development in 2025,
then we are in trouble.
Then we are in more trouble than the first
because we have all agreed that every company has realized that all the threat
every
is...
time they say, oh, let's sew new uniform, let's change the uniform,
let's
buy new cars,
let's buy new...
You are buying the thing and fraudsters are taking over your policing.
Scammers, he had to take the FBI to come to Ghana to arrest some people who were engaged in fake romance camps. Our police have been here. They had to come to Ghana to catch the people.
You know why? As he's saying,
they don't get internet.
So you see,
I mean, internet.
The criminals these days are not the ones who are only out there walking around. Many are in the digital space, and you see, you have to be online to be able to find them and track them and deal with them.
So they should give them internet.
So if the claim that they don't have internet is anything,
Charlie, are you serious that they said they do something they don't have internet?
I mean, how are you going to fight the people if you are not online? You have to be there.
Minister Samuel George, your plate is full. We are urging you to take cybersecurity nationally more centrally and frontally. We're also urging media houses to be invested in public education so that our data literacy as a country will rise. We are urging Parliament to improve its digital governance so that our MPs will be given crash programs on internet security, understand global trends in regulating private entities that have platform power. And of course, the finance ministry must also play a role in sponsoring and supporting these things because it's a major threat to the nation's stability. I think national security in their national security plan that they write must emphasize cybersecurity as a national security issue, which requires a lot more resources. Because where we are going, the criminals don't just have guns, they also have mouses. All right, so it's 9:16. We'll read a few final comments before I have a couple of interviews to do. More comments on this, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow, so many
Hello,
people.
Bernard. Please keep my identity anonymous. I'm a police officer myself, and there's not a single case relating to cybersecurity I have sent to headquarters that has been successful. None. And when that happens, I'm unable to explain to the complainant about this police paralysis. Please push power for this cybersecurity agenda. It's sickening.
Wow.
Thank you for sending this message. I know he will emphasize it again because it's big. It's a major issue. So please go on.
Hello, Bernard. Please, this cyber crime is going on. I was scammed 2 times. I reported to the police. They took my details and contacts since 2021. Till now, I have been to and from the police station, but no result.
The filler is in the foolscap notebook.
Jonas from Ofanko
Call
is
the
sending
headquarters
that
and they don't get responses. What will they tell you?
That's true, but you're right. So if the headquarters is not moving, yeah. So it's at the top, right? They don't have anyway. More comments.
Good morning, team. As for the cyberspace, because there's no one protecting us, the fraudsters have taken over.
Oh.
Hi, Bernard and team. I have seen the police. I have seen the police regularly. I've seen them teach the public how to be security conscious, cyber-wise, on police TV. Okay, so Francis is sending that from
How many people are watching that? I mean, should the police even have their own television? That's another matter. I mean, how many people go home and say, "Oh, I want to watch police TV"? I mean, some of you are
teaching.
No, they have TV at the police bus.
Teaching is okay. It's a good service.
Yes.
But what are the remedial efforts by the police? And they need the resources. At times the police, being who they are, cannot shout loud when they need resources.
Yeah, it's true.
So we
have to shout for them.
it.
But they should tell us the problem so we can shout for them.
Well, that's what they are telling you.
Anonymous officer.
The police need-
Okay. Hello, City. On this issue, last Sunday I was almost scammed when I tried to make a purchase at Mawako restaurant. I called their call center and I was told by the attendant that the authorities are aware but are not doing anything. The number is for their Abelempe branch. This is Felix from Airport.
Yeah, let me make a quick comment on that.
Yeah.
You see, there are people who are able to even clone websites. Reputable institutions.
Oh, yes.
So, if you go online and you want to buy food, and you quickly enter, maybe you want to buy food from Aloski and Co. You have a perfect website that is
They say
functioning.
fire as a
Uh-huh,
papa,
so you
and fire as a bunny.
No, but the criminals will always.
Fire as a
They are
papa.
criminals.
So you see, he would do the same website, which will pop up. Sometimes it will be even the first that will pop up. If you, the person who is trying to order, you are not alive to this reality, you are a moron in a hurry, I'm using the phrase, loosely, then you are likely to be scammed. Because what happens in Bernard, you go there, you are keying in your name, your card details, your address, and all of this information is being harvested. And in many ways, people place orders that they cannot even get the money back from. Because you now call the real Aloski and Co. Limited that,
They say we are not-
I ordered my food,
There's
2
no
hours
such
ago. They say, we have not received any such order.
Let's
And
read
it
more
is
comments.
happening.
But I know one police
be
officer sent to Italy to be trained in cyberspace stuff, only to return and be posted to domestic violence crime unit till date. on the issue of our national digitization, the state is guilty in that most of our national digitization digital platforms, NIA, NHIA, passport application license, that has captured our bodies, our biodata are all owned by private providers and based on foreign cloud platforms. Lastly, our national security is using intrusive Israel Pegasus spyware. This is Charlie plenty matter.
So this one says, good morning, City. 2 armed robbers threatened us at gunpoint and attacked us with machetes, but I managed to drive them away with pepper spray. When the police arrived in the morning to investigate, they didn't have a camera, so we had to rent one. The CCTV footage captured some suspects, and authorities said they can't do anything with the footage. That's Sesame from Adenta.
How?
Good morning, CBS. I was scammed 7,100 Ghana cedis. I went to the CID headquarters because the guys were still pursuing me. The CID guys told me it's below 50K.
Are you
So
serious?
they can't help. I'm Safo inside Spintex.
Yo, I hope they are listening.
Are you serious?
On the CCTV footage thing, you see, ideally, the police should be able to, hive off the facial features of whoever was captured, run it through a proper software.
We have a national ID
and
system.
because we have a national
Or maybe the
ID
criminals
system,
have a national ID. But at least we can search.
You then narrow in, get a few people, and that's what it's done elsewhere. We have a long way to go, Bernard.
They do it here, Tom.
It depends on who they are looking for, or
You
who.
let a political
Person.
something happen.
Yeah.
They will find a person.
Yeah. It's because you don't care. They don't care about you, so you there.
Yeah, 6 years.
Okoto Deni Butcher.
But I mean, even on that, it's been what, 6, 7, 8 years now, or 7, 10 years.
Okoto Deni Butcher.
JB Danko Edu, God bless
Charlie.
his soul,
Oh,
died
Charlie.
under
Oh,
very
Charlie.
questionable circumstances.
Charlie.
As for the cyber crime there, look, we have to reconstruct the whole police cyber crime.
Yeah.
This CCTV recognition thing, they don't have it.
Oh, Charlie.
The facial recognition, they don't have it.
Cyber
Charlie.
I am telling you, if I'm lying, the police will come and deny
So
it.
what are they doing? How are they catching the
They
criminals?
are there. That's why they take them to Dopsu. You are a cyber crime unit
you
of
don't-
the Ghana
and
Police
you don't
Service.
have a facial-
You don't have a functioning facial recognition system.
So what are you
In
cyber
this
crime?
day and age where we have Ghana, whatever, the Ghana card, you don't have it. What are we talking about? And every month, every year, they are going on trips. Oh, I'm going to UK for
Geneva.
trip.
I'm going to Italy.
Geneva, capacity building. They build the capacity,
Right, sure.
and then when they come, they post them somewhere.
Capacity.
That has nothing to do with the so-called capacity.
Charlie, let's get serious.
The Muntaka and his team must pay attention to this Ghana police problem. I'm
It's
telling
true,
you,
it's true.
I see Muntaka in the last 4 months that he's been.
Yeah.
The guy at
very
times I
serious.
wonder whether he sleeps.
It's very serious. It looks very
So
serious.
Muntaka, the place you have to now pay attention
Yes.
to the police
Cybersecurity.
and revamp that place.
Giddy,
and
giddy,
make it
giddy,
function.
giddy, 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 giddy.
Charlie,
Giddy, giddy, giddy,
we
giddy.
can-
Yeah, we'll continue later. So this is to the criminals. Ewanyana fire as a papa. If you can code, use it to develop society. Don't use it to be stealing things. This is it a big credit?
Every credit.
Wosika.
Jaja.